Hello, everyone, and welcome to What's New in Business Intelligence. I am so excited to be here with you today in person, after so many years of not being in person. And not only do we get to walk through what's new in BI, but we get to do that in the world we now live in, which is being disrupted by generative AI. My name is Kate Wright. I'm a senior product manager here at Google, responsible for business intelligence and Looker. And I'll shortly be joined on stage by Andrew Becker from our product management team here at Looker, who's going to give you some hands-on demos of what we're announcing today. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to walk through Google's data and AI cloud and how Looker fits into that. And then I'm going to tell you more about some of the big improvements we've made to Looker this year, Google's complete BI product. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Looker's unique, trusted, and open platform. And then we're going to talk about all things AI and how we're continuing to infuse intelligence into Looker and bring AI to the forefront. Let's go ahead and jump in. Now first, we've all made these incredible investments in data and AI because of the possibility and impact for our businesses. We've all made a lot of investments in our people, upskilling them, and in products and services and technology, like why we're here today. And of course, in projects and programs. Given the number of people in this room, I bet you represent thousands of different projects in data and AI. But unfortunately, what the data is telling us is that it's still really hard to realize that value. In fact, 68% of companies are unable to realize measurable value from data. And if you think about how we work with our business and show them impact, if they can't see the ROI, we're probably not doing what we can. But thankfully, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, because we're at this incredible inflection point with GenAI. Large models stand to disrupt industries, to help us innovate and generate new business value. And here's why. Traditionally, it took huge amounts of resources to extract and manage complex data sets, resources that for some companies were prohibitively expensive. But all of a sudden, with large models, we have been able to publicly process the world's publicly available information and give that to our business. I'm going to say that again. Process all the world's publicly available audio, images, and text, and give that to our business in these accessible, conversational, natural interfaces. Suddenly, our business is working with information in totally new ways, and large models is what we have to thank for that. Not only that, but large models are great at creating information. They can generate text, they can generate images, and they can help us write code. I use large models to write my emails. My husband uses large models as he's programming every day. In fact, I don't think we have yet seen the ways that our personal and professional lives are going to be changed and how we're going to use large models every day. I've been challenging myself on how I could potentially use GenAI in my day-to-day. This year, and every year, I do a scavenger hunt for my daughter at Easter. And because I want to be that kind of a mom, I create these very charming little rhyming clues, different hiding spots throughout the house. And this is the sort of thing that is completely maddening. I hate it. I'm terrible at it. And this year, instead of spending multiple hours and frustrated midnight minutes, I used a large model. I went back and forth with it a few times. Probably took me about 20 minutes to feed it the clues I needed, to ask it to create the rhymes, to give it a little bit of charm, to make it talk a little bit about bunnies, and suddenly I was done. It totally changed the way I did that really simple task every year. And this is what we are going to see in our professional and our personal lives. And of course, that also applies to data and analytics. Large models stand to help our business users be able to access information in really simple, really accessible ways. And that's our enterprise information. And of course, GenAI stands to help us and make our data professionals so much more productive. Google's Data and AI Cloud provides a unified data foundation across your database, AI, analytics, and business intelligence workloads. Now, unfortunately, running, governing, and administrating data and AI is hard. But Google makes that easier with best-in-class capabilities through products that are built to work well together. Our approach is multi-format, it's multi-storage, and it's multi-engine, and it's built for Google scale. so you can apply and bring and unify all your data and AI workloads to Google's Data and AI Cloud, simply and easily. And Vertex AI is not just for your AI projects, it's also for our products. We're using those same foundation models to infuse intelligent capabilities throughout Google's Data and AI Cloud, including Looker. Now, Looker is Google's business intelligence product. It provides our customers self-service and visualization, so you can explore, you can visualize data, you can create dashboards, you can schedule, and you can set up alerts to stay on top of your business on both governed and ad hoc data. We also have a rich set of developer tools because our customers know that insights go far beyond a dashboard, and they have put information into their own applications for their customers, their processes, and their workflows. Looker is powering marketing activation processes and customer call center automation. Now, all of Looker's capabilities are built on top of Looker's trusted platform. Looker's semantic model is unique in the industry, and it can power consistent metrics for all your users on your cloud data. So let's talk about why Looker is great for your data and AI needs. First, it's a complete BI product. From consumers to analysts and developers, it's all cloud native, and it's built on Google's Data and AI Cloud. Secondly, Looker has a trusted and open platform. Looker ensures all users can confidently take decisions because they can trust that the data is consistent and up to date. And because of our open platform philosophy, Looker plays nicely with the other BI and analytics tools that are part of your own data strategy. And lastly, Looker is infused with intelligence. We make it easier for consumers to access, find, and use the information that matters to them in their jobs. We make it easier for analysts to be able to create reports, visuals, and formulas. And we make it easier for your developers to be able to create custom visuals and semantic models. And today we're going to tell you how that works. Now let's jump into Looker, Google's complete BI product. Now BI is all about connecting users to insights. And Looker has a full range of capabilities. So that means those insights can be delivered to users in dashboards, in reports. They'll be delivered to your customers in schedules, or even used in automated processes. At the heart of Looker is our unique semantic model. This allows you to encode the business logic and the business metrics that are required and important for you. It gives you reusability. That means once you define a metric once, you can use it in every upstream dashboard, report, application, and process. People see consistent results. And not only that, but our in-database architecture connects to any SQL database, meaning you're always looking at the latest up-to-date data. No reason to worry about managing extracts and scheduled data exports. Now, our modern BI experience provides ways to explore, to visualize, and report on data, both represented in governed, trusted data and the ad hoc data we know the business is going to use. Looker provides visualization capabilities and self-service on top of governed data. Looker Studio provides an ad hoc analysis experience, and Connected Sheets for Looker gives you a way to give your business a spreadsheet paradigm to work with the data the way they need to. Now, of course, we've learned in the last few years that business intelligence is so much more than dashboards, which is why Looker is API first. Our customers have built some phenomenal kinds of data experiences on the APIs of Looker. They've learned how to monetize their data, how to create new product lines, new applications, and new premium tiers for their own customers using insights and analytics. And they've actually started infusing the machine learning workflows that run in their organization with the same trusted data that is part of the Looker platform. And of course, we know that the users in your workforce are probably not always working in Looker, which is why we have integrations with productivity suites, collaboration tools, and of course, partnerships with some of the biggest data and AI products in the market. Sorry. Now, there are three big things I want to make sure you know, huge improvements we've made to Looker this year. And I'm going to start with Looker Google Cloud Core. Looker Google Cloud Core makes it really simple for all our Google Cloud customers to access and to run Looker, because we've brought it right on to the Google Cloud Console. We've also added increased enterprise capabilities, like customer-managed encryption keys, private IP, VPCSC, and additional ways that you can manage your instances. You have additional controls over maintenance windows. You also have additional ways that you can audit and analyze how people are using Looker. And lastly, because we're always striving for deeper integration between our products, we've also released service agent connectivity to BigQuery and now introduced Google IAM support. Looker Google Cloud Core is generally available. It's accessible on the Google Cloud Console today. You can try it, and of course, you can use it. Now, the next big thing I want to tell you about is Looker Studio Pro. Last year at this time, we introduced Looker Studio and Looker Studio Pro to the Looker family. Looker Studio is an ad hoc analysis experience with a familiar Google interface. It connects to over 800 data sources, including premium ads connectivity, and of course, Looker's trusted semantic model. With Looker Studio Pro, you get all the value of Looker Studio, and in addition, you get technical support, you get additional ways to manage and govern your users and your content, and ways to reach your people on the go, with schedules, alerts, mobile, and integration with Google Workspace. Now, the last thing I want to tell you about that we've done in 2023 for Looker is connected sheets for Looker. I have a feeling that in this room, there have been a lot of dashboards and reports created over the years. And yet, despite that, I bet there's always somebody in your business who wants that data dumped into a spreadsheet so they can work with it offline. Yes? Yeah. And of course, what you don't want is for them to go play with that spreadsheet and email it to a bunch of people, because who knows what's going to happen. We have recognized that here at Looker. Connected Sheets for Looker gives people a way to access Looker's trusted data in a spreadsheet format. So your users can work with pivot tables, formulas, and charts all on top of that trusted data for Looker, always being able to go back and connected to the platform. Connected Sheets for Looker is part of Google Sheets. And it's part of every edition of Google Sheets, including our free editions. So if you are a customer of Looker, your business can use Connected Sheets for Looker, which is generally available today. Now, we chose to highlight those three big things, but rest assured, we've done a lot in 2023. We love to build things that our customers are looking for, and the team has been hard at work. I can't go over each one of those right now, so thank you for taking pictures. But I did want to make a shout out, especially to our longtime Looker customers, to take a look at a few of those features. First, the advanced editor for visualizations. You no longer are restricted to what's in the box and ships with Looker from a visualization standpoint. I know that somebody in your business really cares about the thickness and shade of the line on the trend chart. This gives you the ability to open up that configuration and gives you near infinite possibilities when it comes to how you're going to style and show your data in visuals. We're also really excited about some of the new customization features we've shipped for our embedded customers. Our customers run their own products on Looker, and they want to show off their product the way they want it. So we've shipped additional customization around theming for dashboards, around scheduling, and around alerts this year. Our customers appreciate that Looker gives them a complete BI product that helps their users choose how they want to work with data in these various modalities. For example, Carbon Health has found great benefit to drive significant results by using Connected Sheets for Looker. They were able to see significant improvements in operating results in just 30 days of rolling out Connected Sheets for Looker. Now let's talk about Looker's trusted and open platform. Looker's trusted modeling layer provides that single place to curate and govern the metrics that matter most to your business. This means that users see consistent results, whether they're in connected sheets for Looker, or in an alert, or an output of a downstream process coming from Looker's API. We want to ensure that you can use this consistent, trustworthy information in your tools of choice and wherever your users are consuming information. Which is why we've opened up the Looker modeling layer and are working hard with our partners to ensure this works with your own analytics and business intelligence tool strategy. That means the data that's inside Looker's trusted platform does not have to stay there. We are also working with our partners to extend the capabilities of Looker, making it more valuable for our shared customers. And I'm going to tell you a few things about that today. First, let's start with an update to our visualization partners. I suspect your organizations have many BI tools in the landscape. Raise your hand if you have more than 5 BI tools that you have to manage, or that at least are in the landscape. Okay, that's what I thought. You know what's funny is right now the record is 18 for people I've met. Just so you know, you can probably feel like it's not too bad. But that said, we recognize that this is the world we're all living in. Most of our customers have multiple BI tools in the landscape. They don't talk to each other, and you end up with business logic kind of scattered wherever. It makes it much harder for users to be able to trust the data they see. This is why we've developed partnerships with some of the leading vendors in the space to make sure that Looker plays nicely and you can bring those trusted metrics to where all your users work. I recently announced a partnership with ThoughtSpot. Soon, you'll be able to use Looker's trusted metrics in their search-based experience. Now today, we are very excited to announce the much-awaited Tableau integration into preview. Soon, you're going to be able to use Tableau's familiar drag-and-drop interface on top of Looker's trusted data. We are also excited to announce general availability of our Power BI integration. Oh, come on. There we go. So you will be able to use Looker's trusted data inside Power BI. Now, we're also working to extend the capabilities of Looker with our partners. Our partnership with Sisu brings Looker customers the added benefits of easily determining the root causes behind changes in their business. So you can easily find the anomalies and the outliers that are driving those changes. And Sisu also helps you understand what to analyze next. I personally love the way Sisu helps you understand why something is changing. We are very pleased to announce today that our Sisu and Looker partnership will be generally available this quarter. Now, let's talk about one of those necessary evils of business intelligence, and that's data preparation. We spend a lot of our time putting the data together, connecting it, joining it, aggregating it to the right level, cleaning it up. And we want to help our customers do this more easily. So today, we are announcing a new partnership with Alteryx, bringing Alteryx Designer Cloud to our Looker customers to more easily do data preparation on their data, starting with CSV and Excel files. Now, the same openness and flexibility is what has led customers to Google Cloud. SoundCommerce has built a platform, a data platform for retail companies using BigQuery and Looker. Retail companies are struggling with the transition from brick and mortar to digital, as we all know. SoundCommerce's data platform has helped accelerate those companies' transition towards e-commerce using the power of Google Cloud, BigQuery, and Looker. All right, are we all ready to talk about AI? All right, Looker has been infused with intelligence for a long time. Because Looker was born in the cloud, as cloud and AI have evolved, so has Looker. Our customers already use Looker to infuse insights into their own ML workloads, and of course, the intelligent capabilities that are already within Looker. But we're going to bring AI to the forefront of Looker today. Now, why does this matter? We expect most of our data professionals to spend a lot of their time on tedious and repetitive tasks, And unfortunately, that keeps them really busy, which means when our business consumers want information and answers, it tends to take a long time to turn that around. You also have this constant back and forth telephone game, communicating from the business to the analysts on what is actually needed. We believe we can simplify and accelerate how people use information with GenAI, which is here to help us. I want to tell you a little bit about what is coming very soon to Looker and our Looker customers. Today, we are introducing Duet AI for Looker. It's like having an analyst right in your pocket. Now, Duet AI for Looker helps everybody. So it helps our consumers be able to easily get information, because they can converse with Looker to get answers that are relevant for them. And once they have the information they need, they can easily share it with their business. Duet AI for Looker helps them get their job done, the analysts, so much faster. We're helping analysts generate visuals, reports, and formulas, all using generative AI. And for our developers and our data engineers, Duet AI and Looker is going to help them generate the code required to configure custom visuals and to write LookML, making it so much easier to define the semantics that run your business. Now, I'm very excited to welcome onto the stage Andrew Becker from our product management team, who's going to be showing you these various capabilities of Duet AI in Looker live now. Andrew?
Thanks, Kate. Get that clicker. Awesome. Should we see some demos? All right. So yeah, our teams have been working super hard, and we're really excited to show you all these cool new capabilities. So our first Duet AI capability enables you to have a conversation with your data. So you can ask questions in natural language and get back charts and tables. So it's really like having an analyst in your pocket at all times. This is really about democratizing access to data-driven insights. It's pretty good at handling even vague requests, and it can come back with some options to clarify if necessary. So when you find what you're looking for, you can add those charts to your report with one click. I'm going to go ahead and show you this working in real code. So this is really a whole new way of interacting with business intelligence. So we recognize that answering questions and building reports, really two different use cases. Business decision makers in particular, sometimes they just want to get to the answers fast, and the interface can be an obstacle. So conversational queries makes answering those data questions fast and easy. This means more people making data-driven decisions with less time spent on selecting fields and formatting charts. So here we've added a little breakdown of our top 5 categories. Let's go ahead and try one more. How about a weekly sales trend for last quarter? So Duet AI is going to come back and ask to clarify if you meant orders created, shipped, or delivered. And we'll get that answer, and we'll get that added to our report. All right, automatic slide generation. So a long time ago, a PM mentor of mine told me, you can have data warehouses, data lake houses, all kinds of data things, but all data eventually flows to slide decks. So how many hours has this group spent building slide decks for monthly reporting, annual reporting, quarterly reporting? So the second of our consumer-focused capabilities, automatic slide generation, does that for you. We want our users to spend their time finding insights, not building out slides. Let's take a look. So your AI analyst will build out full presentation in Google Slides. It's going to take each chart from this report, and it's going to make a slide for each. Each slide will have natural language bullet points summarizing the chart. So these will call out trends, maximums, minimums, differences, all kinds of different insights. Definitely a huge time saver for anyone who does regular reporting. All right. Duet AI's report generation capability builds upon the conversational queries we saw earlier. So here you can have your AI analyst create an entire report for you. We all know that building and styling a report can take much longer than finding the data. Report generation gives data professionals a great start. Get a report, something that you can build on. So we'll start by entering a few sentences about what you want in this report. Here we're asking for performance year to date. You'll tell it any fields that you definitely want to include, and generative AI will suggest the charts that should be in this report and build the full layout. You can choose some formatting and styling options as well. This is a huge time saver for anyone who's spending time building reports manually. All right, on to Formula Assistant. So Looker Studio power users will be familiar with calculated fields. These can be pretty tricky to build, especially heavy-duty formulas like case statements. I know I always have to check the reference. I've been using this Formula Assistant, the capabilities in Duet AI for a few weeks now, whenever I need to find a calculated field formula, and it's pretty awesome. Let's try a couple formulas. So we're working on a brand performance report. Let's try something easy. Let's do profit margin. Formula Assistant takes care of that, no problem. Let's go ahead and get that added to the chart here. And let's try something a little more difficult. Let's do bucketing profitability high and low. Anything over 5%. Formula Assistant knows how to write that case statement, makes it super easy. We'll get that added into the table. All right, Advanced Visualization Assistant. So visualization tools always have a limited set of chart options, and as Kate mentioned, it kind of always seems like the one that you need is not the one that you have. And power users can code custom viz, but what about the rest of us? So in Looker, we recently introduced this advanced viz config. It's a labs feature. Make our visualizations much more flexible, but it does require writing code. So now we're adding a natural language assistant. This means infinite possibilities for charts without code. There we go. All right, so we'll have Duet AI update this chart, and I've got some requirements. We'd like to make one of these a dashed line. Go ahead and apply that. And how about making one of these series into a column chart? Super easy. Let's try highlighting min and max. All right, one last thing. Let's move that legend to the upper right. All with natural language. Makes it super easy. We're really excited about this one. All right, lastly, let's talk about the LookML assistant capabilities of Duet AI in Looker. So we know it can be a hurdle to learn LookML, and with generative AI, we can make that both easier and faster. So your AI analyst is going to help you churn out LookML, rapid clip, really get to the value of Looker modeling much more quickly. Let's take a look. So SQL-derived tables, for example, are super helpful, but can be challenging, especially for newer LookML developers. With LookML Assistant, there's no need to remember the correct syntax, how to join tables. So this is really great for those times when you're getting through a tricky part, need a little bit of help getting started. It's going to generate that LookML for us. So we cannot wait to get these capabilities out to our users. Thank you so much, and back over to you, Kate.
Thank you, Andrew.
Take a seat behind you.
All right, are we all excited about Duet AI in Looker? Yes. we go. We are really confident that Duet AI and Looker is going to help everyone in your organization work with data. I mean, personally, couldn't we all spend a little less time formatting the data and a little more time actually using it to make decisions? Confident, high judgment decisions powered by data. Duet AI in Looker will be coming to preview soon. We encourage you to sign up for our Trusted Tester program through Duet AI, and you'll get first hands-on experience with Duet AI in Looker. Now, we wanted to give you a preview of all the things we're doing around infusing intelligence inside Looker, and this is what's coming soon to our customers. But we thought we'd also be honest that this is just the beginning of what it means to bring AI to the forefront of business intelligence. We wanted to give you a sense of how we're thinking about the problem. First, maybe highlighting the problem. The reality is that it's still the minority of our workforce that actually has access to use data every day. And I'll tell you, as somebody who's been in this industry for a really long time, this number really hasn't changed. And this is why we're so excited about the possibility of generative AI for changing this game for us, because of the way that it's simplifying the way people are using information. We believe that this kind of consumerization of interfaces could be what drives us to see more of our workforce meaningfully be able to use data in their day-to-day jobs. So let me tell you a little bit about where we're going with Looker. Because of course, Google has always been on the forefront of AI, and Looker is no different. We imagine a world where it's really easy for everyone to just chat with their business data. We want our users to feel like they truly have that analyst in their pocket that's always on, never sleeping, and knows what they need. Now, the possibility of having more people be able to get answers quickly without always relying on a data professional could be revolutionary. And not only that, but once people have the information they need, we want to help them share it with others, tell their stories with data in the format, for the right audience, at the right time, at the right moment. We can create powerful, beautiful, impactful data stories, all with business intelligence with the aid of generative AI. Now, I bet there's a few people in the audience right now who are getting butterflies in their stomach at the idea of giving the keys to the kingdom to their business, because there are a lot of challenges with trust, and data has to be accurate. We can't have our business making decisions on data that can't be trusted. And this is why the trusted data found in Looker forms such an important foundation for us, not only now, but also going forward. We believe that we can solve these challenges by not only having a consistent set of information that is semantically rich inside the platform of Looker, but also working to connect the data professionals with the business users in easy ways to ensure that you really can give this kind of freedom and power to the business. Now, I promise I won't make you literally sit here and imagine it. I'm going to show you what this can look like. Before I roll the video, I want you to just notice a couple of things. I want you to notice how people are working, how easy it is to get access to information in these kinds of experiences, how people are working together to make decisions, because data has to be in the supporting role. People ultimately make decisions together. And also how data professionals and business users are able to work together to ensure that everyone can trust how the decisions are being taken. Let's go ahead and let's roll the video.
The future of business intelligence is instant and insightful. Watching over your business, able to alert you when it really matters and guide you to impactful decisions faster than ever. Powered by the most important information, yours. Answers at the ready. An informed, always-on analyst at your fingertips where you work. Insights for your entire business. Collaborate live on data you see together. Talking with AI shouldn't just be a one-on-one chat. It should transform the way you communicate and collaborate with your entire team as you solve problems together. Trust, but verify. The future of BI still relies on the smartest machine, the human, making the decisions, reviewing the code, and approving the queries. Approved. The future of BI is data access and actions where you work, empowering your team with type ahead in documents and answers in chat and presentations, not just in the BI tool. We all know that in BI, even the best and most accurate data is not always enough. You need attention and credibility. Generating beautiful reports and infographics should be as simple as clicking a button. The data never stops, because you never stop. The future of business intelligence will help you take on the greatest business challenges and make decisions faster, smarter, better, anywhere. Reimagine what your data can do.
I hope you were also able to notice how easy it was for people to really tell their stories with data once they got the answers they needed, and also how business intelligence can truly keep up to the speed that your business is changing and help you know what to do next. Now, we are working very hard on making it trivially easy for everyone to be able to just chat with their business data and feel like they have an always-on analyst working for them in their pocket. As you can see, the future of BI at Google Cloud is very bright. Now, between Duet AI and Looker, soon in preview, and where we are going with BI, we are confident that we're going to help everyone be more successful with data. From your business users being able to easily converse and get the information and answers they need, to your analysts being able to easily get their job done and have more fun doing it, and of course, for your developers too. With this, I'm afraid we're coming to the end today. We have some work to go do as well. And I hope it was helpful to learn about some of the huge improvements that have come to Looker this year, Google's complete BI product. I also hope you have a sense of how Looker's trusted and open platform not only forms the basis to make trustworthy decisions today, but also to form the basis of intelligence going forward. And now I'm sure that you have a sense of how we're bringing AI to the forefront of Looker, with Duet AI in Looker and beyond. We're going to make sure that our customers, and you feel like you can receive the impact you'd like to on your data. Thank you very much, everybody who was able to join us today. I would love to just draw your attention to a couple of sessions if you have more interest in business intelligence. Check out Analytics 213, data monetization through embedded analytics. Our colleague Skander is hosting this, and he has helped so many customers monetize their data in all sorts of different ways. If you want to get a sense of what you can do with Looker, take a look at Analytics 213. And I'll also make a shout out to our Spotlight session 203, What's Next for Data and AI. That was run yesterday. We're also running it again on Thursday, and you can get a sense of how business intelligence, BigQuery, and everything in that data and AI cloud is evolving. So thank you, everyone, for joining us today.